Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. Jazakumullah to everyone that's arrived on time. We're just going to wait a minute or two more just to see if there are any more pupils that would like to join us. So just bear with me for a moment. Okay then, so we'll get started. We will begin the class, as we usually do, with the prayers for learning and teaching the Holy Quran. So what I will do is, I will just select a student. I'll start with Atfal. If I can have A403, I'm going to unmute you. A403, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
How are you today? You okay?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, excellent. Jazakallah. So, could you read after me? So we're going to read this prayer over here. Can you see the screen okay?
No, I can't see the screen at all.
You can't see the screen at all? Okay.
No.
Let me see. Okay, let me just mute you and check if anyone else can see me.
Okay.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum. A406, are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Jazakallah. Okay, A4303, if you maybe sign out and sign in again, that might make a difference.
Okay.
Okay, all right, Jazakallah. So A406, I will come back to you. So I'm going to read the prayer that I've highlighted, and if you could just read after me, okay?
Yes.
Okay. Rabbi allimni
Rabbi allimni
ma huwa
huwa
khayrun
khayrun
indaka.
indaka.
Excellent. Would you like to have a go at reading the prayer yourself?
Yes.
Okay, please go ahead.
Rabbi allimni ma huwa khayrun indaka.
Okay. You made a slight mistake over here, so you read it as illimni. So read it again, but remember it's allimni over here. Okay?
Rabbi allimni ma huwa khayrun indaka.
Jazakallah, excellent. And could you please read the translation as well?
O my Lord, teach me what is best for me in your knowledge.
Excellent, Jazakallah. So I'm going to mute you and then we will move on to our lessons, okay? Okay then. So what I will do is, because there's been a bit of a break since the last lesson, which was on Friday for G2 class, we're just going to do a very quick overview of the lessons that we've already covered. And then inshallah we'll move forward. And also today, hopefully we will also get the chance to apply the rules practically through reciting the Holy Quran. So what I will do is, whilst going through these rules, I'll just group them together because it will probably be a lot faster. So I'm sure you all remember rules 1, 2, and 3. So this is referring to Fatha, Kasra and Dhamma. So whenever these strokes appear above a word, remember we are only prolonging them for 1 second. So if I just read quickly through the first line, Kataba, Balagha, Fataha, Shajara, Sabara. I'll read quickly through line number 3 as well. Fu'ila, Yahabu, Qutila, Su'ila, Jumi'a. So nice and straightforward, Fatha, Kasra and Dhamma. We're remembering that only 1 second each. And the reason why this rule is so important, even though it's a very basic rule, if we prolong it incorrectly, then it can change the meaning of the word that we're reciting. And we want to be really careful when we're reciting the Holy Quran, because the last thing that we want to do is to be changing the meaning of anything that we're reading. So that's why, even though these are very basic and simple rules, remember these are the 20 common recitational errors. So these are some of the most common mistakes that people make, which is why it's very important that you have a very clear understanding of the most basic rules, and then inshallah you can move forward and learn more advanced rules as well. So those were rule 1 to 3, Fatha, Kasra and Dhamma. So rule 4, 5 and 6, we have vertical Fatha, vertical kasra, and inverse dhamma. So in other words, the correct terminology would be fatha ishbaya, kasra ishbaya, and dhamma ishbaya. And again, we learned in the last lessons that whenever these strokes appear above or below the words, we are prolonging it for 2 seconds and no more than that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a participant, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to read through certain words, and the person that I choose, I would like that person to correct me. So for the purpose of this exercise only, I will make some mistakes on purpose, just so whoever is marking me can correct me and tell me what the appropriate rule is. So if I choose one of the Nasirat, N449, Assalamu alaikum N449, can you hear me? N449, Assalamu alaikum. No? Okay, let me try somebody else. N449. Let's try N466. Assalamu alaikum. N466, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So N466, do you understand what I'm asking you to do as part of this revision exercise?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm going to make some mistakes on purpose, and I want you to listen really carefully and correct me to see where I've made my mistakes. Okay?
Okay.
So we're looking at rule 4, 5, and 6. So the one that I will highlight, that's going to be the one that I'm reading. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, excellent. So starting with this one. Adamu. Adamu. Am I making any mistakes?
Yes.
Where am I making my mistake?
When you said mu, you did it long.
Excellent. And if I wanted to prolong it, what sign would I put above the meme, which would mean that it's okay to prolong it? What do you think?
I think you have to put a waw.
So you could add a waw sakin, yes, but in terms of the strokes, that could maybe go above. Do you think you could add maybe a dhamma above the meme?
An alif.
So not an alif. If we want adamu. Any ideas? So we could put the inverse dhamma. So you see in rule number 6, we have the inverse dhamma. If I wanted to prolong, that would be the sign that I would put on. But well done, you noticed the mistake that I made. So well done for that. Let's try another example. Bihi. Bihi. Any mistake?
Can you say that again?
Yep. Bihi. Bihi. Am I making any mistake?
I don't think so. No.
No? Brilliant. Well done. Okay. And we'll just do the last one here. Yarahu. Yarahu. Any mistake?
Yes, you were doing the raw lumbar.
Excellent. Well done. Jazakallah. So really good. That shows me that you have an understanding of the rules. So well done. So I'm going to mute you now and move to the next one. Okay. So hopefully we've all recapped and understood that. So vertical fatha, vertical kasra, and inverse dhamma. So rules 7, 8, and 9, if you remember, we covered the letters of elongation. So we have the alif. So in the first example, you see the ya with the shadda is joined to the alif, which is a letter of elongation. So that means we're prolonging it for 2 seconds, no less than that, and no more than that. So for this one, we're reading it as iyaka, iyaka. And then following in rule number 8, we had the waw sakin, and in rule number 9, we had ya sakin. And wherever these letters are appearing in this form, we're prolonging for 2 seconds. So let me ask Fal this time. Okay, A418, Assalamu alaikum. A418, can you hear me?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. Can you hear me okay, and can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, So A418, could you read for me, for rule number 8, could you read the line starting with the first one?
قُلُوا آمَنُوا ذَرُوا كَانُوا كَفَرُوا.
Excellent, Jazakallah. So that's perfect. So you've applied the rule really well there, Jazakallah. So now moving quickly to the next one. Okay, so we have rules 10, 11, and 12. So if you remember, we did Mim Mushaddad and Nun Mushaddad. And what was the point to remember about this rule was that when either Mim or Nun carry the Mushaddad sign, the Shadda, we are going to produce a nasal sound. We are going to produce a Ghunna sound, and we're going to hold it for at least 2 seconds. So if I read quickly, Makkannahu Summun Mannan A'immatan Fa'atammahunna. So hopefully it's quite clear to you. 2 seconds we are pausing and we are producing a nasal sound. In rule number 11, it was slightly different. So we looked at the letter Ra with the Shadda and the letter Lam with the Shadda. And if you remember, we had either the Nun Sakin, which is coming before the Lam Mushaddad, or before the Ra Mushaddad. And if you remember, we are not producing any Ghunna sound. We are not making any nasal sound at all. We are joining, so for example, in this one, we are joining the Mim directly to the Lam Mushaddad. So we are reading it as Milladunka, Milladunka, and then Mir Rabbi, Shidadullah, Malla. So in comparison to this rule, number 10, where we produced a very clear and obvious nasal sound, here we are completely missing out the nasal sound. And finally, the last in this group of 3, we looked at Wa Mushaddad and also Ya Mushaddad. So here we are producing a nasal sound, but it's a bit more subtle. It's not as clear, but it's still there. So we read it as Man yu'minu, Man yu'minu. And also remember, we are pausing for at least 2 seconds on the letter carrying the shadda. Min walim, Min walim, naran wa, hadiyan wa. So what I will do is, let me give the mic to N458, Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum, N458, can you hear me?
Walaikum salam.
Excellent, Jazakallah. So could you have a go reading the line under rule number 12, please?
Okay. Man yu'minu. Sorry. Man yu'minu.
Excellent, Jazakallah.
Min walin. Naran wa.
Yeah.
Hadiyan wa.
Excellent, well done, Jazakallah. So you've applied it really well. Can you have a go at reading this letter for me? Let me just try and highlight it. There we go. So this word here, if you could read it for me, please.
Shidadullah.
Excellent. And what are we doing with the tanween sound? Are we?
We're getting rid of it because there's a lam mushaddad and that takes priority.
Yeah, brilliant. Well done, Jazakallah. Okay, so I'm going to mute you.
Jazakallah.
So on Friday, I believe you started rule number 13. So we'll continue with that. We'll cover 13 and 14, and then inshallah we'll move to reading some verses of the Holy Quran and applying the rules that we've covered so far. So rule number 13 was regarding the medium long stretch. So we're talking here about Madd Saghir, and rule number 14 is about Madd Kabir, so extra long stretch. So in 13, we're trying to remember whenever we see this sign appear, so the little wavy sign that you see, if I can just zoom in a little bit, the little wave sign that appears above the letter, we are going to prolong this for at least 3 seconds. And with the Mad Kabir, the extra long stretch, so we are looking at this sign that appears just here above the alif, over here above the sad, again over here above the alif, above the alif and above the alif here as well, and above 3 of the letters in this final sequence here. So we are remembering to stretch this, prolonging the letter which carries the Mad Kabir for at least 4 seconds. Okay, so let me give the mic to, let's have an Atfal this time. A439, Assalamu alaikum, can you hear me?
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Can you hear me okay, A439?
A little bit quiet.
Okay, can you hear me clearly now?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So A439, can you read with me? So in rule number 13, do you understand what the rule is?
Yes.
Excellent. Could you
Assalamu alaikum. Sorry, your volume is quite a bit slow.
Oh, I see. Okay. Can you hear me better now?
It's still low.
No. Okay. Okay.
Yes, it's better now.
Okay, brilliant. So A439, could you please read the first word in rule number 13? So we're looking at Madd Saghir here. So remember this first letter here, it's not an ayn, but what is the letter?
Wine.
Ghain, excellent. So this is letter ghain, and what is it joined to? What are these 2 dots for?
Ya.
Brilliant. So how are you going to join the ghain to the ya?
Wine.
Right, excellent, well done. And how long are you going to hold it for? How many seconds are you going to?
1 second.
Is it 1 or is it more than 1? Because remember, we have the ya sakin, and if you remember 4, ya sakin we hold for 2 seconds. So,
Okay.
Okay, so if you read for 2 seconds.
Wine. Done.
Okay, well done. Very good try, excellent. Okay, Jazakallah. Would you like to have a go at the next one?
Ya bani Adama.
Adam. Okay.
Adama.
Over here, on this first letter, we have, what's this letter here? What are the 2 dots for? Which letter is this?
What's the name of this letter?
Ya.
Excellent. And what do we have on top of the ya over here?
A. Fatashbaya.
Excellent. Fatashbaya, well done. And how many seconds do we hold it?
2.
2 seconds, well done. So what I want you to be careful of is, when you read this word, you have to make a distinction between this one over here for 2 seconds and this here. Remember, we are studying Madd Saghir, so we would like to prolong it for at least 3 seconds. So here you see, in this word, we have alif has a vertical fatha and ya has a vertical. So you want to make sure when you read me over here, you read it for at least 3 seconds. So the middle letter has to be a bit longer. Okay? So you would read it as Ya Bani Adama. Okay? So me is a bit longer. Do you want to try again?
Ya bani Adama.
Jazakallah, well done. Okay, so let me put someone else now. Thank you for participating.
Jazakallah, sorry, one more question. My daughter, she is also in this class, but she couldn't get login. She tried a lot, but she couldn't get access.
Okay. What is her ID?
Her ID is N460.
Okay, that's fine. So if she just listens in with her.
Yeah, she's listening to you, and she's still with us, but she couldn't get login today. I don't know what's I think some kind of technical problem there.
She can't share with me.
That's fine.
All right. Okay, Jazakallah.
Okay, Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, Jazakallah. So I'm going to select a different student. This time, if I can have N456. Assalamu alaikum, N456. Can you hear me?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. How are you today? Are you okay?
Alhamdulillah, yes.
Well done, Jazakallah. Okay, so would you like to read? So we are still looking at rule number 13. And do you understand what the rule is? Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. And would you like to try to read this word over here?
Okay. Ya ayyuha
Okay, Jazakallah.
ila ahlihi.
Brilliant. So over here, remember we are looking at Madd al-Saghir. So maybe try to pronounce the lam a little bit longer. So at least 3 seconds. Okay, so do you want to try again?
Ila ahlihi.
Excellent, Jazakallah. Very good. Okay. And then looking at Mad Kabir, how many seconds are we going to prolong if we have Mad Kabir above a letter?
4 seconds.
4 seconds. Yeah, excellent. You want to have a go at pronouncing this word here? First one, in 3, 2.
Al-haqqatu.
Okay. So remember 4 seconds, so a little bit longer on the ha. And also, what sign is above the qaf in the next letter? Do you know? So it's a W sign. What do we call
Is it a shadda?
Shadda, excellent. And what do we do when we have a shadda above a letter? How do we pronounce a word? So we read it with a bit of strength, don't we? And we kind of hold it for at least 2 seconds, okay?
Okay.
So, for example, in this word, we would read it as al-haqqah. So we want to hold it a little bit, but we also need to remember to prolong as well, okay?
Okay.
Okay, brilliant. So let's move to the second example. Do you want to have a go at reading this one?
Okay. Vasofatu.
Excellent, well done. And again, we have the same thing here. So we have the Mad Kabir above the Sad. And then following that, we have the letter Fa with the Shadda. So we have to remember not only to prolong, but also to remember how we pronounce the Shadda. So, wasafatu. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, brilliant. And the next one?
Ja'a.
Brilliant, well done. And the next one?
Allahu.
So we have the Hamza, and then what is above the Hamza? What's
A fatha.
we have the Fatha. Also, what is above there?
Pardon?
So above this alif, what sign do we have?
Ahmad.
Mad. Excellent. So we're going to prolong the Hamza. We read it as Allahu. Okay? So we're prolonging the Hamza here. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Excellent. Have you come across this kind of sequence when reading the Quran, maybe at the beginning of a chapter?
Yes.
Yes. Would you like to have a go at pronouncing it?
Okay.
Okay, if you go.
Kahaya. Baso.
So good try. So you read the middle 2 letters correctly, but we're going to read fully the Kaf, the Ain and the Sad. So we're going to read it as Kaf, ha, ya, ayn, sad. Okay, do you understand that?
Yes.
Yes, okay, excellent. So you've done really well, Jazakallah. And I'm going to mute your mic now. Okay. So what we will do then, if we move to the Holy Quran, and we will practice applying the rules that we have just revised. So let me choose someone. So if I can have...
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Do you have a question?
Yes.
What is your question?
Where is the chat box gone?
The chat box we've taken away for now, just because it can be quite distracting to teachers whilst we're trying to teach. So for now, it's not there.
Okay.
Okay, Jazakallah.
These two.
Okay, so let me select. Okay, A407. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. How are you today? Are you well?
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, good. So can you see the screen clearly?
Yes.
Excellent. And so what I will do is I'm going to ask you to recite. So we have in front of us Surah Nur, and I would like you just to recite from first verse, so from Bismillah, just up until the second verse, so ending at Alim. Can you do that for me?
Yes.
Okay, Jazakallah, off you go.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أرسلنا نوحا إلى قومه أن أنذر قومك من قبل أن يأتيهم عذاب أليم.
Okay, Jazakallah. So what I've done is, whilst you're reciting, I've just highlighted some of the points that you need to pay attention to. So really good effort. Starting just at the beginning, over here we have inna. And what do we have above the alif? What sign is this over here that I've highlighted? The one that we just covered in this lesson. So this is a mad saghir, or a choti mad, as some might call it. Yeah. So over here we're remembering, not only do we produce the nasal sound because of the shadda above the noon, we are also going to prolong it for at least 3 seconds. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so do you want to just have a go at pronouncing just inna again?
Inna.
Slightly longer on the, so inna, a little bit longer, so at least 3 seconds even.
Inna.
Okay, brilliant, well done. And over here again, we have the noon, and what is it attached to? What's the letter?
Wow.
Wow, and what is it on the wow? This sign over here. Do you know what it's called?
No.
No. So this is a sukoon. Yes, so we call this waw sakin. Do you remember from the rules what happens when a waw sakin is attached to a letter?
Alif.
How long would you read that letter for? So you would read the waw, so you'd recite the noon for 2 seconds. So you'd read it as Nuhan, okay? I just highlighted that because I think the way you pronounced was a little bit short. So just remember 2 seconds on the waw sakin here, okay?
Okay.
Okay, brilliant. Over here, we have the qaf, and it's followed by a waw sakin. We're going to pronounce it as qaw, qaw, for 2 seconds. We're holding that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, brilliant. I think I'm just trying to remember what the mistakes were. So I think you corrected yourself over here. So you had ayya. So you had alif followed by noon sakin, and then immediately it was followed by a ya with a shadda. And if we remember, if we go back to our rule, just find the right one. So over here, so remember we had ya and waw carrying the shadda. We are going to produce a nasal sound, but it's going to be more subtle than the one compared to the mim and the noon. So when we are reading, we're going to read it as ay yahdiyahum. Okay, can you try that again and pause slightly on the ya as well?
Ayatiyahum.
Good. Make sure there's a slight nasal sound coming through. So ay yahdiyahum.
Okay.
Okay, try again.
Ayatiyahum.
Well done, Jazakallah. Okay, Jazakallah for that. So that was a very good attempt. Just pay attention then to the points that I highlighted. And again, keep revising the rules that we've covered so far. So rules 1 to 14, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Jazakallah. So this time, if I pick someone from Nasrat,
Assalamu alaikum. Can you pick me, please?
Wa alaikum assalam. What's your ID, please?
N482.
N482. Okay, so just for this go, I will pick you since you're very cute. What I'll do then is you recite from verse number 3 then, so starting with qala up to verse number 4, okay? From here to here. Okay, are you ready? Off you go.
Qala ya qawmi inni lakum nazirun mubin.
Okay, Jazakallah. So just pause there. So qala, yep. Ya, what is above the ya? What's this sign here? Above the ya.
Qamar.
This is the vertical fatha. Okay, vertical fatha. And so how long do we prolong the vertical fatha for?
1 second.
So not 1 second. 1 second would be, remember, our fatha dhamma or kasra. Yeah? So how many seconds on this sign over here?
2 seconds.
2 seconds. Excellent. So how are we going to read the full word?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. So qala ya qawmi. Okay? I just highlighted this noon here. What is on top of the noon? What's the sign you can see on top of the noon? This little W over here. Can you tell what the sign is?
I forgot what the sign is.
So the sign is the shadda, yes? So we call this noon mushaddad because the noon is carrying a shadda on top of it, okay?
Okay.
Okay. And do you remember what we do when we have the shadda above the noon letter? Can you remember how we would pronounce it? There are 2 things that we have to remember.
We do it for 2 seconds.
Yes, 2 seconds.
We hold it for 2 seconds.
Yeah, so 2 seconds and we are producing the nasal sound, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so do you want to have a go at that? So we're reading it as inni. Okay, have a go.
Inni.
Jazakallah, well done. And over here, so we have the ra, and then we have the tanween on there. And what is, again, what do we have on the meme here?
Shadda.
Shadda, excellent. So again, with the shadda, we have to be pausing a little bit on the meme, okay? So if you can read from Nadhirum, just up until the end of the verse.
Okay. Nazirun mubin.
Well done. So Nadhirum mubin. So with a bit of strength on the meme. Just 1 second. Please, if you have your mic unmuted, please do mute it because it's difficult to hear the person that I'm speaking to. Okay, so Jazakallah N482, that was really good. So the main points I would say then is from the verse that you read there, just to pay attention to where you have the nun and mim mushaddad, so remembering to produce the nasal sound and also to hold it for at least 2 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, Jazakallah. Would you like to just read then until the end of verse number 4?
Yeah.
Okay, off you go.
I can't see because this book is there.
Is it? Okay, let me see if I can get rid of that. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, off you go. So from Ani'budu.
Ani'budullaha wattaquhu wa ati'un.
Excellent, well done. So that was really well recited. There were no mistakes in terms of the way that you prolong the letters, so well done. Just 1 point for improvement. We have the letter Ain here, so just work on pronouncing that from the throat. So the Ain sound, that comes from the middle of your throat. And it's really important to try to learn that sound because we want it to sound differently to the Alif, okay? So try to pronounce it. Wa'ati'un.
Wa'ati'un.
Own. Ain from the throat, from the middle of the throat. Wa'ati'un.
Wa'ati'un.
Okay, Jazakallah, excellent. So Jazakallah for that, you did really well. I'm now going to help you and select someone else, okay?
Jazakallah.
Okay, can I have now A419, Assalamu alaikum, can you hear me? A419?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, can you hear me okay?
Indeed.
And you can see the screen okay as well?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. So A419, we've done up to verse number 4 so far. Would you like to start from Yaghfir lakum, just until the end of verse 5? Okay?
Okay.
Okay, Jazakallah, off you go.
يغفر لكم من ذنوبكم ويؤخركم إلى أجل مسمى.
So I'm not sure what happened there. Let me just get you back on. 419. Okay, sorry about that, A419. Yes, so you can carry on. So you, yeah, Ajalim Musamma, and then continuing, please. Could you come a little bit closer to the mic, please? I can't quite hear you.
Okay. Inna أرجعنا لله عيسى جعله
So this letter here, what's 2 dots underneath? What is that? Yeah. So you.
You are
So this is a kha, remember? Kha is the dot above. So you akhar. Okay, well done. And just to the end of the verse. Okay, Jazakallah. So you can see on the screen where I've highlighted, these are the points for improvement. So well done, you recited, you tried very hard to recite and you recited very carefully, but just pay attention to the following points. So as we learned here, remember we have the meme and it carries, what sign is this above the meme? Shadda, excellent. And how do we read a letter which carries shadda?
2 seconds.
2 seconds. So could you try to read this just from lakum a little again? Good. So lakum min. Okay, lakum min. We want to pause a little bit on the meme. Okay. Okay. 1 second. Okay. And then again, the same thing here. We have the lam, and underneath the lam is the tanween, and we are joining it with the mim mushaddad. So how are we going to join this here? How are we going to read this? Could you read it again? I'm struggling to hear you.
Lil-mu.
Okay, so ajalimmu. So pausing, ajalimmu. Okay? And so could you read this whole word all together? Again, we have the meme.
Ajalim musamma.
Excellent. So ajalim musamma. Okay? Ajalim musamma. Okay, well done. And again over here, so we have inna again, we have the noon mushaddad, so we are pausing and we are producing the nasal sound. Inna. And then ajalallahi. Ajalallahi. We are joining the lam directly with the lam in the word Allah. Ajalallahi. Okay? And finally over here, so la yu'akhkhar. La yu'akhkhar. We are joining the hamza, which is carrying the fatha sign, and we are joining it directly to the kha, which is carrying the shadda. Yu'akhkhar. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. Well done. You recited very well, but just pay attention, especially on those letters which are carrying the shadda. Okay? Okay, jazakallah. Now let me pick. So.
Assalamualaikum.
Just 1 second.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. What's your ID, please? I think I've muted. Okay.
A416.
Bear with me 1 second. Okay, what I'm going to do, A416, I will come back to you. I'm going to choose a Nasirat for now because we've just done the file, okay?
Assalamualaikum.
Okay, 1 second, just 1 moment.
Hello.
If you can all refrain from unmuting yourselves, you will get a chance, inshallah. I am writing down who's participated, so you will get a chance eventually. But it's very difficult to control when you keep unmuting yourselves. So please just be patient. Let me choose. Okay. N477. Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Wa alaikum salam. Yes.
Assalamualaikum.
You can hear me okay, and you can see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, so N477. Oops. Then I ask you to recite verse number 6. So beginning with Qala and ending at Nahara. So starting from here, please.
Where?
From Qala. Can you see where my cursor is?
Yes, sorry, yes, we can see you. Go on.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قال ربي إني دعوت قومي ليلا ونهارا.
Excellent, Jazakallah. That was really well recited. You remembered in all the places where the shadda appears, you recited it very well. Just read this one again for me over here, just this word.
Please.
Is this a he? What letter is this over here? It's not a ha.
Me.
Yeah, excellent. So qawmi, well done. That was really well done. Okay, and could you then, whilst you're there, you might as well recite to verse number 7 then. So from falam.
فلم يزدهم الدعاء إلا إلا فرارا.
Excellent, well done. Do you know why I might have highlighted this ya over here?
No.
No? So as we discussed, so the last 2 lessons that we covered, Mad Saghir and Mad Kabir, remember 3 seconds for Mad Saghir at least, minimum, and then at least 4 seconds. So the reason I highlighted is because I'd like you to make more of a distinction between this letter, this one here, and this one. So this dua should be a bit longer than E, okay? So do you want to, if you read the verse again and try to make the difference between the Mad Kabir and the Mad Saghir, okay?
فلم يزدهم دعائي إلا فرارا.
Excellent, Jazakallah. And I can see you're trying very hard to make your ra round, so that's very good, Jazakallah. Okay, so I will mute you now. Let me come back to... Okay, A416, I'm coming back to you now. So can you hear me okay? And can you see the screen okay?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So can you start then from the beginning of verse number 9, so from where I've highlighted,
Okay.
see how you get on, okay? Off you go.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وإني كلما دعوتهم لتغفر لهم هم جعلوا أصابعهم في آذانهم واستغشوا ثيابهم وأزروا واستكبروا استكبار.
Okay, Jazakallah. So again, you recited quite well. Just a few points. So over here, you recited the Mad Saghir really well. So you prolonged it for the right amount of time. But over here, I think it could have been a little bit longer. So do you want to read this word again? So just ja'alu, so that it's at least 3 seconds.
Ja'alu.
Well done, excellent. And then over here, again, this is the letter alif. And what is alif? What do we do when we have an alif coming after us? How long would we prolong it for?
2 seconds.
2 seconds, excellent. So just like here, we have the vertical fatha on the alif. Here too, because alif is also a letter of prolongation, we are going to read it for 2 seconds. So this alif and this alif should be equal. So adhanihim, okay? I think it was a little bit short, so just keep that in mind, okay?
Okay.
Okay. I think you struggled a little bit with the sad here and sad here. I think you were pronouncing it as dad. So just remember, this is a sad, asabi'ahum, and wa asarru, okay?
Okay.
And the final point, we are going to cover this in a lesson. We haven't covered it yet. But just the way that you pronounce the letters when you have chosen to stop. So because we have come to the end of the verse, we are going to read this as wastakbaru istikbara. So the tanween, we're going to drop and we're going to just read it as istakbara. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, Jazakallah, well done. So let me mute you now. And so let me choose another Nasira. Okay, Assalamu alaikum. N450, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I haven't chosen you previously, have I? This is the first time, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So N450, I would like you to recite from Summa. Okay, so from over here up until verse number 10. So you can start from here.
Okay. ثم إني دعوتهم جهارا ثم إني أعلنت لهم وأسررت لهم إسرارا.
Excellent, that was really good. There were no mistakes that I could see. Well done, you did really well with the Nun Mushaddad. You really tried to pronounce the nasal letter, both in Inni and also in Thumma and Inni again, so really good. And at the end of the verses as well, you paused in the correct way, so excellent, that was really good, Jazakallah. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've actually come to the end of the class, and what I will do then is if we go to...
Assalamualaikum. Could I ask, are we going to be giving you IDs for the class? My sister's tried logging on today. She couldn't get into the class. She's still waiting to join.
I think the issue is that some people are still not logging in with the assigned logins. So we've been we're being very strict with who we're letting in. So the people that haven't been let in, they haven't got the ID as their sort of screen name. So that's why they've been left in the waiting room.
Oh, okay. Because to be honest, my sister, her daughter's on it and I'm on it. And the thing is I couldn't get in. I was only given one for my trial, so I've been sharing her password. So I managed to get in, and she couldn't get in today.
What's your ID?
My ID is N477.
And what is her ID?
And my niece's is N479.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just feed that back and see what the issue was with that. Okay.
Please, I'd appreciate that.
Okay.
Hello, Salam.
Okay. So
Hello, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum Assalam.
Haji, my name is Quddus Hafiz. My son Shahan Shakur Ahmed is beside me. So I hope that my ID is visible to you.
What's your ID number?
It's A428.
A428. Let me just double check. Yes, yeah, you are there. If anyone has any concerns about being chosen, just bear in mind we have over 50 participants, so don't worry if you haven't been selected for recitation today. In each class we do record who we've chosen, and we're trying our best to pick different people each time so that everyone gets a chance to participate. So hopefully that has resolved that. What I'm going to do now is, because we've come to the end of the class, I'm just going to recite the final prayer, and if you all could recite with me. Let me just... Okay, so I have muted your mics, but please do also recite with me. So, Allahumma anis wahshati fi qabri. Allahumma arhamni bil Qur'anil azim. واجعله لي إماما ونورا ورحمة. اللهم ذكرني منه ما نسيت وعلمني منه ما جهلت وارزقني تلاوته آناء الليل والنهار واجعله لي حجة يا رب العالمين. Ameen. And if we just read the translation together. O Allah, dispel all my fears in my grave. O Allah, have mercy on me through the great Quran. Make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy. O Allah, remind me what I forget from it and teach me what I do not know of it. Grant me its recitation during the hours of night and day and make it a witness in my favor, O Lord of all the worlds. And the final prayer, ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم.
Mommy, you'll have to.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Ji walaikum salam. Sorry, I think I've just muted you. Yes.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Walaikum salam.
हाँ जी, मैंने पूछना था कि बच्चे होमवर्क कैसे कर सकते हैं, प्लीज आप उसका प्रोसीजर बता देंगे?
So I think you should have been able to download the resources from the website. So for example, this that we're using over here, these are all available on the website. So you should be able to download all of the resources and review these. I will double check with Hafizab, but everything should be available on the website and it should be accessible to everyone if they want to revise the rules. What I would say is, I don't set homework as such, but the only real homework that I would say is to review the rules and to continuously recite the Quran at home, making sure that you're applying the rules that we cover in the class. And I think you should have also been told that all of these classes are being recorded, so you should also be trying to go back to these classes and listening to the recordings as well.
Okay, Jazakumullah Jaza.
We'll now end the class, and inshallah the next G2 class will be tomorrow again, I believe from 7
I'm sorry. It's the end.
Okay, so Jazakumullah for everyone for participating, and I'll now end the class.
Assalamualaikum.
Jivan.
Sorry, it's student ID N477 again. I just spoke to you earlier about a problem with the ID. My sister's managed to, she changed her screen name and she's managed to log in, but she's been trying for the past hour and she's only just managed about 10 minutes ago.
Okay.
So I just wanted to let you know it's N479 because she was waiting in the meeting room for a while, but she's requested for next time she'll change the screen name.
That's great, Jazakallah. And if you could let her know, obviously the class is being recorded, so she can listen back to the class as well.
All right, okay.
Jazakallah. Okay then, Jazakallah to everyone.